I'm Alexandra Balmaceda.
And I'm Nina Chen.
Together, we designed a map-based water source tool called Where's the Water to make it easier for the homeless population to know where to access clean water sources.
We wanted to design a solution that would make it easier for everyone to find where to access no-cost clean water sources. Our overarching goal is to reduce clean water scarcity for everybody, but especially for those experiencing homelessness. We anticipate that designing a solution that meets these goals will have significant impact in the homeless population, improving overall health, hygiene, and quality of life.
To design an effective solution, we had important research to do. We first consulted with 6 experts in working with vulnerable populations who were able to provide us with guidelines for respectful interaction with the homeless population. Once we had the knowledge we needed, we conducted interviews with local homeless individuals in Ann Arbor, Michigan. We then transcribed the recordings and analyzed them using thematic coding and affinity diagramming to extract relevant first-level themes.
We were able to gather several key findings from our research. First, people experiencing homelessness will often visit places of business that are known for being welcoming to the homeless to get drinking water or use the bathroom. Second, people mainly discover water sources through personal trial and error or through word of mouth. Third, water access becomes especially challenging after 10 p.m. because most businesses are closed. Finally, cleanliness is a major factor in deciding where to get water. Once we had uncovered these findings, we were able to move forward with our design process.
Based on our interview findings, we finalized some detailed design requirements. The tool needs to make it easy for people to understand when and where different water sources are available. It is also essential that our tool is able to help locate available water sources during late night hours. Our tool should display water source conditions to inform users about how clean or unclean each source may be. By designing a crowdsourced platform, we allow the tool to be self-sustaining while empowering our users to share their knowledge. Finally, our tool should be accessible from any device, including a public library computer. A printer-friendly design allows users to utilize the browser-embedded printing functionality to take printed copies with them for future reference. Fulfilling these design requirements allows the final design to also fulfill our previously stated goals for the project. Now we'll move on to the final design.
When you first open a tool on a desktop or mobile web browser, it asks to enable location services. With the user's permission, it automatically detects their location and sets the map to show the locations of all of the nearby water sources. It effortlessly assists users in finding available drinking, showering, and restroom facilities.
Bubble-shaped pins on the map provide at-a-glance details about each water source. When a user selects one of the pins, it expands a panel with more in-depth information, including the option to report a problem if there is inaccurate information in the listing.
The filters panel allows users to specifically search for water sources based on a variety of criteria, including hours of operation and water source conditions. When we were conducting usability testing with members of the homeless community, they indicated that they found this feature incredibly useful.
When a user wants to add to the map, they can easily do so by selecting the Add button on the bottom of the screen. A panel then appears with a simple form that users can complete to add their knowledge to the map. The designs are capable of hosting a special click or tap to drop a pin feature for when users want to add a new water source to the map.
Our design evolved through iterative testing and feedback from the homeless community. The tool's map and water filter features have been particularly well received, indicating that we are meeting our design goals effectively. Our next steps involve securing funding and developers to turn our design into a reality, with an anticipated development period of 6 months to a year. Initially focusing in Ann Arbor, Michigan, we aim to expand to other U.S. cities, adapting to local needs through additional research. Our long-term vision is to extend the tool globally, ultimately striving to make water more accessible as a fundamental human right. Thank you so much for watching our presentation.